Hello, and Farthest Frontier. So, today we're going to have a game of let's shuffle some buildings. Reason being is I actually already recorded this episode, and well, when I say I recorded it, there's nothing to show for it. Literally nothing. Well, there's a black screen. There's no sound at all. I must have pressed some buttons and it's like, nope, there's just nothing to see, nothing to hear. But it's a case of, yeah, I've been through this whole process, so I've got an idea of what it is I want to do already. So it just means I'm gonna have to do it all over again. But anyway, the reason I'm doing all of this, it's just to try and make more money. Because money is the name of the game. I mean, if you ever go through the trailer, it's like, yeah, those people were not particularly happy. But if we want to keep all of this going, we need money. Because if we go broke, that's it. That's the end of it. So yeah, so I was playing a game of let's shuffle this and shuffle that, and yeah, the recording didn't exactly go to plan. Now, why am I moving these ones in particular? And it's actually just because while I was playing, I just stumbled upon this. I didn't really notice this, but there's like a little chart or graph, if you will, about desirability. And it was only while I was doing this because there was somebody who was complaining. I think it was these folks here. They're complaining. When you hover over, it's like we're gonna leave this place. We don't like living here. So they've upgraded. They've kind of like must have plateaued out, and it's like, no, we just don't like living here. We're not accepting it. Now the interesting thing is, if I hover over here, it's saying that like they're taking like a 19% hit because of the barn here. It's something I didn't realise. If I go to one of these houses, they're okay with a chicken coop. So the chicken coop's fine, but the barn's causing a big problem. So that's why we're doing a bit of flattening over here. So I can put the barn over there. I already know because, well, I've already played it. The fact that if I can't move the barn now because the area's not flat enough. Speaking of which, something else I want to be doing is some flattening at some point. Because ultimately I want houses over here as well. So it makes sense to try and get it nice and flat. So start giving them some instructions. But yeah, I mean, these folks, they've got an issue with the tannery. As in that, plus the charcoal kiln. I think they've got a problem with the same thing. So there's quite a reach from here all the way over to here. I just don't like it. I mean, it's interesting if you like click on, say, like the rat catcher. It shows you the buildings in green that are affected by it. But there's some buildings you click on and they don't tell you anything, which is a bit of a shame. I mean, I suppose I can see this brings a benefit. These are the buildings all highlighted in green that it's able to benefit, but you don't get any warnings about things like the charcoal kilns and what have you, which is a bit of a pain. The reason I'm deleting that coal mine incidentally is because I'm trying to flatten this area, and the mine gets in the way. So I'm going to just keep having a game of... I'm just seeing that, yeah, I'm getting into autumn. I might be able to get away with a bit of this, but not too much. Because the trouble is, if we go into the winter, I'll have people coming out here and they'll start to struggle. But yeah, there's the idea is to flatten this area, and I've got to work my way to the left. But that mine just happens to be in the way. Once it's all flat, I could probably build another one, but Oh, that's something else I need to do. That's I've got a wonky road for some strange reason. It's all wibbly wobbly. Don't know how that happened. That's not something I need to do. We want nice, simple, straight roads. Talking about simple things, what I also need to be thinking about the defences more. Let's shut that down. So it's tab to rotate. I'm going to put that there. I mean, I've got a mine up here. That's got quite a while to last. But I'm putting that there because quite often I get problems with predators, bears in particular. Bit of a pain. So I'm going to get them to put a tower there, so at least they'll be able to deal with these pesky furry things that come along and start to eat people. Just having a look around at these towers, because there's some towers that I've got that are being rebuilt. I'm going to have to be a bit careful because I don't necessarily want anybody in them. I'm just trying to set up an area where it's not... Why is that looking like that? Oh, it's because someone's walking through. I'm trying to set up like an area where I'm going to try and encourage any private armies or raiders to spawn if I can. So far it hasn't worked. It did when I tried it initially, but then it went completely pear-shaped after that. Right, we'll move that down to, say, there. Because then I can put it's kind of interesting because that doesn't have as much of an impact on folks. It's kind of odd. That needs to move. Now, I've got it. That's about as far as I can go with a tannery, or rat catcher, I should say. Actually, that's a thought. Let's try and get that flattened a bit while I can. Just for the sake of it. I mean, I know I'm heading into the winter, but I can try and get that little area flattened out a bit. I can move the rat catcher slightly further down. And then I can move the little garden over to there. Reason being is I want to clear some room over here as well. I want to give these... I think I'll move the rat catcher down here. And I'll move some buildings over to here. Houses to be specific. And now that's the blacksmith. Now the blacksmith... Yeah, it's a blacksmith I want to move, don't I? So at the moment I've got the tannery. And where is that? Right, let's move that. I'll move that down to there. I haven't said that. 6 and 2 3s. I've got to be I'll have to be careful because there's... I think there's somebody over here. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about the deep gold mine, but if I move anything with a low desirability over to here, it's going to start causing problems over here. So it's like it's a real juggling act. But it was something I just literally just stumbled on when I was just looking at these buildings to think, well, what's your problem? It's like, okay, low desirability. Well, what exactly is it that's giving you the problem? It's like, oh, see what you mean. So it's definitely useful, that. Right, so we're going to move these. So if I go, that's about my limit there. So I'll move that out the way and I can move the little garden over to there. Move the tannery. Now, that was... the tannery was up here, wasn't it? So I'll have to see what I can move there. Because if I pick up the blacksmith, what is the blacksmith going to do? Okay, so the blacksmith... if I put the blacksmith there, it's not going to be an issue. If I grab the tannery, it is an issue. So it's like, right. So they all cause problems, it's just they all have a different impact. So it's like a real game of musical buildings, shuffling things around. I try to work out what can I put where. So that's not ready to move yet, but they've moved out. So because those buildings have gone, all of a sudden they're like, yay, this is a better place to live, and they've decided to upgrade. So they don't have any negatives. Neither do these. Neither do these. So it's kind of like surprising when you think about what the idea is, that if you can get these houses to upgrade, they should then start to generate more. Well, they'll be able to handle more people, but they'll also then pay more in taxes. That's an interesting coloured smoke, that. When you just noticed that. Now that is the smelter. Now that's interesting. It doesn't seem to be. So it would have had to be back here to affect anybody. That is just a stockyard, storehouse. I don't think the weavers cause any problem. Okay, so we'll wait for them to move this. I'll see if I can squeeze the. Now the tanner's going to have to go in there somewhere. The question then is, where do I fit? I think. Yeah, I don't really want the charcoal kiln there, do I? I don't know if I can put the tanner. Can I put the tannery in there? Ooh, right, very, very close there. Yeah, now it affects them, so I can't put it there. Okay. So yes, I mean, even though I've already done this episode, I'm doing things slightly different already, so I'm having to be careful about what goes where. So I'm already, like I say, I'm already doing things slightly different to what I did then. But I want to try and seal this place up. I want to try and get this flattened. I may as well just speed this up because we're into the winter. I'm not really doing anything as such. But obviously I want to move these folks back, and it's just going to cause problems. So see how much wiggle room I've got. I mean, I think if I put them up there, it might help. Right, so now we're kind of like back into the spring. I may as well get them working over here anyway. So it goes that away. I mean, you never know. Maybe someone someday will come up with a nice mod and we'll be able to put water in. Ooh. Exposure to the elements. That's not good. Right, just keep going that away. Right, we're in the red, which is bad. I want to be in the green, not in the red. I'll keep going that way because I'm just trying to move this. Because like there's the edge, that's kind of like where the edge starts. And the more cells that I've got at the same height, the easier it is to like lift up one cell to that kind of similar height. It's not perfect, but it's kind of a reasonable tool to get a flat area. Oh, we got today. Oh, fudgesicles, I've done it again. Right, I'll just give them all of these instructions and then we can go and see if there's anything exciting to, well, hopefully to buy, but no, that's interesting. Actually, that's high at a higher height. Huh. This is going to get complicated. Right, where are we running from about here then? Yeah, it's going to be a bit weird, that. Right, Anders Plains Rider, if memory serves. Ooh, I can sell those off. That's it. You're broke already. That doesn't help. I'll buy some of these. Actually, I think I'll buy some more. In fact, what the heck, I mean, even though it's like the highest price, it's in my interest to have a lot of that. No price for them. Go on, I'll sell you some bricks and then I'll get my money back. Right, that's all moved. Now that is the apothecary. Right, if we go and put that over... Right, okay, so that's not too bad. No one's complaining. Big problem is the tannery. Where can I put that? I mean, really, I'm going to have to put... Oh, actually, I could... I've got a bit of wiggle room. I could fit it in there, actually. Okay, move that there. Now that doesn't want to be there. It needs to be back in here, doesn't it? Because they've moved the rat catcher. Right, can we move our barn then? So the barn... Right, so the fence will run to about there. So I put that, say, there. I think I've left enough room. Yeah, it's 2 cells, so I think that's okay. And then that'll cheer these folks up. So these are starting to upgrade, which is good. That one's going to keep complaining until the barn goes. So it's like, okay. That road, why is the road not there working? Old age. See, therein lies the problem. How do you cure old age? I mean, is there anybody out there selling snake oil, for example, that resolves that problem and gives you immortality? I don't know. I haven't come across anybody like selling that in the trading post. If I could find somebody, that would be good, but it just means at the moment there's not a great deal I can do for people who get to an old age. Just zip. Nada. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Let's keep going in that way. Right, so that's now over to there. So hopefully we can just keep pushing this left wall, if you will, to the left. Then I can start getting this whole place flattened. And get my wall put in and get the mine put back and so on. Oh, it's just a long, slow process. There. Oh, they've been digging my ditch again, have they? Okay, go on. Nope, something's wrong. Hold on, something's wrong. It's out of alignment. Yeah, I really wish we could get different colours. I don't know why they picked white for this grid. It doesn't really stand out. Especially like this foliage that you get, it just doesn't stand out at all. Right, if we go that way. Go that way. Go that. Ah, now who's this and why are they... That's intriguing. Why would somebody come along here to get to the trading post? Right, so if we go from here then to here maybe. The reason I'm doing this slightly different is it's just sheer randomness. Oh, no, don't do that. Right, I'm not doing that one because it's too close to the edge. Yeah, I'm just doing sheer randomness for the sake of it. It's excruciatingly boring. So I thought, oh, let's do it slightly different. Go to there. Right, have they moved a barn for the moo cows yet? No, they haven't. They're still thinking about it. Right, I haven't left anything around here, so that seems to be better for folks. Oh, it's Beldar the Peddler. What exciting things have you got, Beldar the Peddler? I've already spoken to Anders. Right, is there any interesting things I can buy from you? No. Anything I can sell you? Well, I can sell you some soap. Because apparently I've got some. I've got a lot of tools, except you can't afford that many. That will have to do. Thank you, Beldar the Peddler. Obviously they came here to peddle their wares. As you do. Or somebody else's for all I know. I don't ask where he gets all these things from. Alright, if we go that way, we're almost finished there. There's a thought. What if we do... We'll do those in stripes instead. That's 62. And 62. 62. It's about 37, that one. This is terrible. We've now got disease in our crops. I'll upgrade them because that'll give them more reach. More punch to be able to cause damage down here. Oh, already done that. Right, okay, cool. So if we now come back, I'll do this little bit here again. Oh no. That's one thing I've noticed, like if you grinding to a halt is the same. You'll hear unfortunate things happening before you actually get the notification, which is quite uncomfortable. Alright, 62 along there. Yeah, my life would be so much easier if I could just hire somebody to do all this and just like delegate things and say, you're responsible for food supply. Make sure there's enough, farms that produce meat. Enough chickens to produce eggs and so on. That would be so much simpler. It's like maybe you've got to get to a certain phase or something. And a certain achievement before you can then start doing that. But like this sort of stuff is laborious and boring. It's serious micromanagement. Whereas if I'd been able to like designate a much bigger area. Oop. if I could just designate a much bigger area and say, like, just flatten this entire area. I want everything completely flat. Don't care how you do it. I just want it flat, nice and flat. Be like, yes, boss, we'll get that done for you. Right, have you moved the cows yet? How are we doing for cows these days? Right, you've moved the cows, right. Move to you too. Right, in which case I better move your field. Set the buildings grazing so that can go to there. Oh, fudge sickles, it's an entire road I'm going to have to pull out, isn't it? Grrr. That's annoying. Right, bring that up to there then. Right, I need a fence. One thing I like about, I must admit, it's always amuses me, this. It's like, there's nobody actually leading the cows. Yet you all know, like, where to go. I mean, they were able to open the gate. I mean, that cow's getting a bit confused for some reason. Yeah. It's like, I think it's lost the plot. But normally they're very clever. They know exactly where to go. It's like, ah, right, yes, okay. We'll open the gate and then we'll take a wander down and we'll go around you home. We know where we're going, boss. It's like, seriously? How does the cow know? Who told the cow? Right, and that can go to there. Right, I'll have to wait until they get the road built. But at least now that takes care of the cows. I'm gonna cheers these folks up because there's no negative, coming from the barn anymore. That's sorted them out. So that's quite cool. That I like that. Right. Unfortunately, I can't put any water in here. I'd like to ask somebody to go and. Well, I don't know if they've got any taps yet, but they're. It'd be great if somebody could just start getting buckets of water and filling this in at some point, but we'll have to flatten it first. Otherwise it's going to look a bit strange. To be fair, it's going to end up looking strange anyway. If that ever ends up at the same height as this down here, it's going to end up looking really strange because you're going to have this gap here for some strange reason. And there is method in the madness. I mean, the idea is I don't want anybody just literally walking through because it would completely defeat the purpose if they could. So there is method in the madness. Right, I'll keep going in this direction. Oh, I haven't said that. Might be in my interest to try it in another direction. I'm going to let them do this first. Because ultimately I want the walls back in. But I'm thinking maybe I should be coming from this direction, really. Let's do that then. So if I come from this direction, I'll let them get back onto it. Because I'm trying to lower these cells along here. That's the goal. Or at least try to flatten them. And then I can put my wall back. I mean, I can probably do it now, but let's have a look. Yeah, I mean, I probably could do it now, but I'd rather it was flat. 6 62, 62, 62. So I'm just curious to see what happens when I do it in this direction. Because my only concern is if I directly tap these little cells here, it'll affect the cell next to them. So you can see this like this little wibble and wobble as they're flattening the area. And it does affect neighbouring cells. So while I want these to be flat, I also want that to be flat, but ideally I don't want to touch that directly. Right, let's go back over to here because I need to get moving with this lot. So these are going to live, well, someone's going to live over here eventually. So let's keep flattening this area. And then at some point we'll start thinking about putting their houses in, because I think they'll get a better deal over here in that corner, because they'll be able to get the benefits. They'll be able to get the benefits like these people do, where they've got like a little garden trail that runs between them. I haven't said that. Have I put one in there? Are we missing one? Hang on, what's that then? One garden trail. Nope, it's not our. It's fudgesicles. You're too far forward. That's why. Darn. Okay. So at least they've got a garden trail there. There should be one there. Well, that's something I didn't think of. I mean, man, it'd be great if you could just like double click or whatever on these things and just upgrade them. But if you upgrade them, it boosts the desirability. It doesn't say by how much, but it supposedly is going to boost them. I mean, how does that affect the upkeep on them more? Is it going to mean that the upkeep of those things is going to be a whole lot more expensive? I don't know. Right, we are still in the red. That's not good. Why are we still in the red? Uh, 62. 62. That is not flat by any stretch of the imagination. Uh, 62. 62. Yeah, there's no enthusiasm to be doing this, I must admit. Get them to do those. Now that... Right, if we move that... If I put that down there maybe, so there's nobody... Right, you reach down to there, so really it's only the ones over here, I suppose. And they're already covered there. I mean, these... it's a bit of a pity that, because that one's covering most of those, but not all of those. But I can move that out of the way, and I can move that out of the way for now. The only trouble is, does that... Yeah, that rat catcher reaches to there, that's okay. Because there's a food storage there. Yes, it's affecting those storage buildings, that's fine. But then I can start thinking of moving the houses I mean, I'll wait until probably until the spring. So I'm still thinking about that. Oh, here's a thought. Now that they've done that, let's put a gate in. I mean, to be fair, the cows already know how to open the gate anyway, but I feel obliged to, you know, just for the sake of it. So I can think about moving. I mean, there's 4 houses there we could move over to here, for instance. Is there a need to? I mean, is there any gain? Because, I mean, what am I going to do with this area? The only trouble is that rat catcher. I mean, if we swap the rat catcher, how far of a reach have you got? You'd have to go... Oh no, that's the yellow there. So I can swap the house and the rat catcher. I'll have to move the tower as well. But then I can build more houses, I suppose, that have got niceties, because I just can't think, you know, what else am I going to do with this area? It's like, yeah. This, I think, I might turn it into more chickens, because these, what are they doing for, like, eggs, for instance? Well, there's any need, we've got tons of eggs. I mean, what if we put... let's see, what if we put the goats there? So if I move a goat to there, they're gonna... Yeah, they don't like it. Chickens are alright. I mean, what do we get out of the we do get some meat out of the chickens. Ooh, that's a lot of waste. Doesn't seem to be anybody dealing with the waste here. Oh, that's interesting, because I've got somebody... So what are you doing then? What are you doing all the way up there? What happened to down here?
Hello.
You're off seeking tools. Okay. Lunchables. Yeah, I'm tempted to just put new houses there. I mean, I'll put more load on the system, I must admit, but if I move these houses, it's just going to be a case of, well, okay, well, what else are you going to put there? I mean, there's a well, I mean, there is the possibility of, like, those little garden plots, I suppose. But there's not enough room. I've only got enough room for 4 anyway. So it's like... Ah, no, that's interesting. It doesn't touch them. So your benefits are 6% for a market square. Build site. No. I mean, at least they're upgrading. It's a bit of a pity that just slightly out. Because the alternative is to move that further in that direction, but yeah, I can feel this perform. I mean, I'm running at ×3 speed, and I can already feel the performance hit. Like, it's like it's like trying to move the viewpoint. But why not? I've got a gap here. I've got to do something with it. I mean, how much? I mean, these are producing all sorts of bits and pieces. I mean, we could... It just feels like a waste because we've got the market square. Right, let's slow it down. It'll take a bit of the load off the computer. Right, let's do this. Oh, let's not. Let's get the place flat first. Flat. Oh, it's going to be nice and flat. I think that's becoming the sort of like the main theme for this game now. It's just like I'm spending most of the time like flattening things than anything else. Most of the time is spent on that. That's why I'd like to be able to just delegate it and just say, look, can somebody else take responsibility for getting this thing flat? Is it really that much to ask? Just make it flat. Don't care how, just make it flat. Every cell in this entire region just flat. Be like, yes, boss. It's going to take half a millennia. Don't care, just get it done. And you can just sit back and twiddle your thumbs and they'll get it done. Invent a time machine or something? No, that would be good. Yeah, we'll get somebody to invent a time machine. So while somebody else is busy trying to flatten an area, you'll get somebody else working on time machines that you can just literally just jump forward half a century. Like, hey, look at that. I managed to do it. That saved me so much time. Right, let's just close that. Of course, the chances of somebody inventing a time machine, let alone doing it in the space of like half a millennia, is pretty slim. But you never know. Right, let's keep flattening this and just keep pushing that edge to the left. That's the aim of the game. At least for me, anyway. And we'll have a nice flat area. There. Start about there. So they'll get it done eventually. It's just going to get done quicker because I've got like 3 people dedicated to one work area, and the work area is just along that line. Now this here is the problem, I think. Feels like something's stopping them. Is that too far? No, I don't think it is. I wonder if that tower's getting in the way and it's stopping them flattening it. Oh, it's ATCA. Right. But if I can get them to just keep flattening in this general direction, oh, that'll make my life a bit easier. Right, ATCA. Have some clothes. Don't know if you particularly need them, but you know. Could have done with being able to buy those rather than sell them. Swords. How many can I sell you? Oh, seriously, you're offering to sell them to me. I don't want to buy swords. I want to sell them. Fudgesicles. How about I sell you those? Oh, we're still in the red. I don't know what I'm doing differently, but in the other version of this episode, I was in the green. Which is kind of odd. Now, for some strange reason, I'm in the red. And by quite a bit as well. Right, go that way. Oh, now's a thought, actually. How are we doing on the towers? Right, so these have been towers that have been rebuilt, so there shouldn't be anybody in them. I just remember that some of these got destroyed. Now, if you build new ones, someone will occupy them. I want somebody in there just because of the fact of these pesky bears. End up with a whole heap of trouble with bears. There's nobody occupying there. That's alright. Yeah, I'm kind of scratching my head. It's like, well, I basically went through more or less the same process of shuffling things around. Just for some strange reason this time round, I'm running in the red instead of the black. Oh, well, the green actually in this case. That's bizarre. Very strange, that is. Wait there. Yeah, because that's all I basically was doing, was just shuffling the buildings around and doing terraforming. So I'm really scratching my head and thinking, well, what's different? Because running at a loss of what, 204 is a big difference from running at a profit of about 270 something. I'd much prefer to be in the profit, but the only drawback is that, yeah, nothing got recorded. It's just like, I better play that again. And a plains rider. What can I sell you, if anything? I'm not doing too bad for pelts. I don't need any moo cows. I've got plenty of moo cows. I can sell you crude weapons. I don't need them. Pottery. You can have some pottery. Bricks. You can have some bricks. Do you want some bricks? Nope, you don't have enough money. I'll tell you what, I shall sell you 45. Apparently you can afford 45 bricks from me. Woohoo. Right, let's try and... oh, don't touch that one. Yeah, I have a funny feeling that tower's getting in the way. It's either the tower or the wall. One of the two. It's stopping me trying to get the area flat. Let's go... yes, if I run it from there... oh, crikey, I've just noticed it's affecting the road. Because this road is not flat by any stretch of the imagination. it's practically a 45-degree angle, this road. That'd be like... that'd be a real problem for like people walking along a road that bad. It'd be like, seriously, like how am I supposed to not fall down? You're giving me a road that isn't even flat by any stretch of the imagination, boss. What are you doing? I'm like, sorry, I didn't notice. I wasn't being specific in the instructions when I said flatten things. Somebody just didn't appreciate the requirement. Right, I'll go that way. Right, is that going to end up flat? Or is it going to get messed up because of the work on the right? Or is it not going to make any difference? It's like how the house suddenly just bubbled about there. I mean, that's a bit better. At least they've got some hope. Right, we keep on with this. There's Lethros. Lethros might have something exciting. Oh, fudgesicles. I only did 56 cells. I don't know if it's going to make any difference, but it's like I feel obliged to get as many cells as I can possibly get done. Don't do that one or that one. We'll do that one. Then we'll do that one. Right. Oh, go on then. Fudgesicles, I'm going to regret that. I'm one house less than I should be. Right, what have you got left, Ross? Have you got any spices? Diddly-dee. We can have some furniture, I suppose. I can afford to sell furniture. If I sell you, say, 50 candles, maybe. Rather than the bricks, I've got quite a lot of these. Let's keep about 50 in here. Because 40 is not a roundish number. Right, so the edge should be moving. Right, it's now over. Oh, I haven't said that. It's kind of there. Because that's not quite flat either. But, oh well. Now, let's go back to 625s. Because all this stripy stuff's getting a bit boring. There's the edge, there it is. I think I want to go there, don't I? Possibly, maybe. Who knows? Right, let's get back to our moat, although it'll probably never have any water. I feel obliged to dig it all the same. Well, when I say I feel obliged, I feel obliged to get somebody else to dig it, really. Well, that is debatable, given that these people just know how to flatten things. They don't seem to know how to dig things. They can flatten things, they just don't know how to dig things. Right, how's that looking these days? It's not too bad. I mean, it's... because that's not... flat, that's the thing. So if we go to try and find a 625, because I mean all those cells, most of those cells are not at the same height, so it doesn't quite come out well. But I don't know if it's possible to get that flat. So that ends up more of a sharper angle. That's what I'm trying to do. I want this. I mean, technically it doesn't really matter. Because if I put a wall up here anyway, it's like, yeah, you can't really get in here. But I'm thinking, I mean, trouble is people want to go to there. Technically, I should punch a hole through there. I'll have to try and find a way to get so that I can get a gate up to there, maybe. $64 million question is how without wrecking it. Who are you?
What is it?
You're a firewood splitter and you're standing out here singing, are you? Interesting. Now, this is the thing is, it says it provides entertainment, but what entertainment? Specifically, what entertainment are these people getting? I am curious to know. I know they're getting some entertainment, I just don't know what entertainment. Ooh, Beldar the Peddler. And what have you got, Beldar, these days? Let's have a look. I don't really want to sell you the coat, so I'm going at a cheaper price. Bit risky, I think, selling more of the more soap. I can sell you some of these. I mean, I could sell some of the sand off. baskets. Nope. There's nothing exciting to buy off you, I'm afraid. Right, let's go this way again. That way. And that way. Then that way. Right, well, while they're doing that, aha, it says the 625 there. Aha. $618, 625. So get a 312 in there. Ooh, we're running out of firewood. Interesting. 312. Yeah, it's interesting that. So I've already played this episode, and it's like, well, that didn't happen. That was in the green. Now it's in the red. So there is like random variations still going on, which is kind of odd, really. I mean, I was expecting different events, but not to that extent. I thought, well, okay. I mean, like when I played this episode before, I was getting regularly attacked by bears. Oh, there we go. Hence the reason I put this in now. Ah, fudgesicles. Unfortunately, the bear... Now, what's the bear doing? Bears are aggressive animals. Yeah, I'm kind of figuring that bit out. So now that's about as far as it's willing to go. Now it's coming all the way back here. So is that tower going to hit it? It's going to disappear off into the sunset. Oh no.
At once.
Let's get the cavalry out. How bizarre. Right. If we come back to here, so they're still playing around over here. Just fair enough. Do 62. That's a thought, actually. Do I necessarily need to do this? I mean, I'm now all of a sudden questioning why am I doing this then? Because if that's the edge there, well, I don't want somebody. Well, the chance of somebody coming around here is pretty slim anyway. It's like, how far out do I push this? I must admit that's a difficult question. Seriously. What is
At the ready.
Okay. I wonder what they're gonna do. If they just sit there all day. Huh. Anyway, I'll bring them back here. Off we go. Right, so that mine there, yeah, that's still got a long ways to go. And I've got quite a few mines up here. So there's one there, one there, one there. So that one's still got quite a way. These two, probably not so much. I mean, once these have all gone, then these places should start to lift up. Oh no, there's a thought. Oh, I didn't realise that. I've already started getting things done for these folks. If I put that there, what can I put there? An ornamental tree. Oh, that's a 4x. A flower urn. So that'll cheer these folks up. I'll have to do the same with all of these, work my way through them. So if you can uplift those, get them into much better houses again, I'll start making more money out of it. What I'll do with all that money, I don't know, because I'll probably just get attacked by private armies, not my luck. And that looks a... See, the trouble is that what this is what bothers me, is like the... It's not quite an edge, because we're running at a 45-degree angle. So I could do it. I don't know what it would look like, but it might end up looking a bit bizarre. My only concern is if I chip away at that cell there, or anything in that line, it's going to affect this bit here. It's not really what I want to be doing, if I can help it. Right, so we've got our cows now over here. So let's cheer these folks up. So I'm assuming some of these will have started to upgrade. I mean, I can add more houses into here. Keep chipping away at this like little moat that we've got. It's kind of interesting that. It's certainly getting deeper and deeper. But if we keep chipping away here and moving that edge further left, hopefully I can start putting more mines in, because at the moment I've just got the one mine there. I might be able to still put one up here. I just thought, could I do that? Is it close enough to sit on the edge? Yeah, that's close enough so you can still sit it on the edge. Now that's interesting. I mean, that's just about right on the edge of that boundary, and it's shown a 3. I mean, that's it. It's either 3 or nothing. It's interesting, that. I mean, can you fit... Oh no, that's a THOR. Now that's interesting. They get like -18 for a deep gold mine, not like 3 deep gold mines. Yeah, it's not like maybe is that the worst you can get? 18%. It's like if you put another one in, does it get any worse? Can it get any worse? Because I mean, these ones here are -14, so is there a maximum? That's an interesting thought, that. Because I can see there's a 19% gain from garden paths. Curious, so there's might be possible to squeeze one more gold mine in there and start littering more of them around here. Because I took there was originally a path through there. I've since taken that out, but that is interesting that you've just got to be right on the edge, just enough to cover it. So you could actually put in potentially quite a lot of gold mines up here on that one gold mine. Because each of these I think pulls about like 30 or something. 31, 37, 19, 39. Ah, right, that one's not. That needs more people. Now, why is that? Why is that bar longer than these bars? That's kind of odd that all of these bars are the same length except that one. Huh. I've only just noticed that. That's a bit odd, that. But yeah, I mean, usually money's the aim of the game. I mean, when we get the full release... Oh, run out. When we get the full release of the game, you can set endpoints. You can set your target goals and so on. But at the moment, there's no end goal as such. It's just... Well, there is no end. It's just continuous. So it's like... I wonder how much gold I could get out of these gold mines. How much can I just like squeeze out of that one little spot? Who knows? Maybe we'll find out in the next episode.